Hi YouTube. Okay, so you're catching me on the really low end, like this is the super high end of productive more than. This is the super. It's like way. Oh my god, it's farther down. Oh god, it's like past the floorboards and into the ground. Productive more than. So let's see. What did I do today? Well, yesterday I worked first shift and I got off at like 4 to 4. And I went and picked up my son and my daughter. No, wait, I went to the DMV first because I had to take care of some junk. And then, which moved, by the way. So, like, and they don't give you directions. They're like, it's on this anomalous street across from Todd and Moore. Really? Thanks. That's very helpful. I'm a regular shopper at Todd and Moore, clearly, as you can see from my body shape. So anyway, I just go to the other one I know, which is like farther out, and then I go pick up the kids, and I know I have to get up early, to be exact, 01:30, so I can be at school at work at 0300, so that I can take time off to enroll my son in school. I don't know if you have like the same kind of thing in your school district, but like I live with my parents, but I pay half the mortgage. So, like, my parents have to show 3 proofs of residency, and I have to show 3 proofs of residency. And most people pay their bills online, but forget it, because if you don't have like a statement, you can't just print it off at home and bring it in. You have to actually like print it off in their office so they can watch it. Like at the school, you have to print it off. So I printed out my pay stub and like my bank statement at the school, which my boyfriend would be like totally against. But I mean, what choice do I have, right? So I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night. And I woke up at 01:30, and then I was at work I clocked in at like 02:57. And then at 08, I went and took care of all this junk. And by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1500, I was at my grandmother's house chatting, and she fed me, and she was like so sweet. She was like, "You look exhausted. Let me make you some food." And like with this little, she has a British accent too, so it's like really nice. She like this little tray on my lap, and do you want saltines with that? And like just make me this little meal, and I was just like, I was so. I mean, look at me. I'm exhausted, but I was like exhausted then too. And I was like, this is like the Ritz Carlton treatment for me. Like I'm not used to somebody else making food for me, putting on my lap with a little table, and like, oh, it's so nice. Then I come home and I like try to be productive, and I got done what I needed to get done, I guess. Then my dad calls and he's got plans to pick up the kids, but he didn't tell me, and so okay, so how OCD am I? Make sure I can cover up as much as I can of the real details here. This page says, okay. It says, don't kill the kids and other babysitter basics. And I like it lists like where we'll be and how to reach us and all the phone numbers, and because this is the first time my 4-year-old is going out of state away from me, like where I can't retrieve her by beating down someone's door. And I'm panicked a little. Okay. And then for the kids, I made the pack this list, and it has the awesome stuff on it, and I checked all the stuff. It has quantifiers. You can put the quantity of the things you pack, so you can't forget them. I like that. Then of course, so there's a list, like pack this for each one of the kids, and then okay, I need to put over this part. I'm trying to give out, like, my personal information. I really don't think anybody's gonna hunt me down, but okay. Authorization to consent medical treatment of children. Okay, so basically this reads, I, Morgan is amazing. I can say is amazing, but I know sometimes. Make oath and say that I am a lawful guardian of the children listed below, and there are no court orders now in effect that would prohibit me from conferring the power to consent upon another person. And I list my children and their health insurance, and it's like my son, male, age 12, born July 22nd, at this place, residing at my address, and then his health insurance, blood type is O, RH, unsure, and then the same thing for my daughter, and then I hereby, and then, important information about, my daughter. She has, she's lactose intolerant, but it's not really lactose intolerant. She has a lactase allergy. So it's different than lactose intolerant. She has different symptoms. So I hereby authorize and appoint my dad and hopefully his soon-to-be wife of address as my agent. My agent may consent to my children's surgical or medical examination or treatment. Such treatment may include, but is not limited to, the following: transportation by ambulance, examination, x-rays, diagnosis, hospitalization, anesthesia, surgery, medication, transfusion of blood or blood products. My agent may have access to any and all records, including but not limited to insurance records regarding such services. The purpose of this instrument is to give my dad and his girlfriend, don't have their names of course, the power and authority to consent to medical treatment for my children. This power and authority will be effective as of today to the day after they're supposed to be back. And then I signed it, and I made my mother sign it as my witness. Like, it's insane, right? I know, but she can't go. Like, when I watched a little video of her releasing balloons on my boyfriend's channel, and it's to override, I'll probably put the link, I'm going to put the link down there so you can see it. She is so freaking cute. And I'm terrified of not, being able to, my dad says it's, control her life. It's not control her life. I'm, terrified of not being able to, help her. Oh, it's horrible. So anyway, now, it is 9:55 p.m. I've been up since 1:30 this morning. So, I'm about to go to bed. But I thought I'd pop in and talk to you guys. I'm not always neurotic, I swear to God. There are a lot of happy moments in my life. I'm just exhausted right now. And I have to do a whole bunch of stuff tomorrow that I didn't want to do. And I have to work in the morning. So, and my analyzers are breaking. Oh, my week has been, and I was Mitch and I were this weekend, he was baby, just you don't have to do anything, you just lay down, I'll take care of you, and spoil you, and rub your back, you don't, it was supposed to be my, do nothing weekend. My dad's gonna be in town, and my nephew, who hopefully NX2 Override decides to make a video of, because Eli is the coolest kid ever, and my niece Lizzie is also the second coolest kid ever behind Mike. So anyway, hopefully you'll get a little bit of that. That's it. I'm tired. I was hoping my boyfriend would get out of band practice and call me by now. In the beginning of our relationship, he was not a call every day kind of guy. But he was not into it. And I had one of those guys before, and I refused to have another one. I was if you're gonna be my boyfriend, then you make contact with me every day somehow. So 2 days ago, I crashed. My analyzers broke. I ran 300 samples manually. So I was tired when I got home, and so I crashed at 8:30, and when he called I didn't hear it, and my mom was dead in her bed. So he said he didn't sleep well that night and that he needed to talk to me before he went to bed. So it makes me feel awfully nice. Awfully nice. I wish he would call now. But since he hasn't, I guess I'm going to go to bed. I wasted 10 minutes of your time. But at least you know how to write a medical consent paper if you ever have to send your kids off. Talk to you later, YouTube. Goodbye.